Through this video, let's see mistakes in a different perspective. So if I ask you if you are the only one who did the mistakes in the life or had failures, you know that it's a lie. If you ask me whether I fail, I would say yes, every single day I fail. Yes, some days I take things to my heart, which is not right? Now it's on you whether you trick your brain and don't take your failures to your heart. And before taking them to your heart, please check with yourself, are you right in doing that? You should know how to overcome this mindset of failure or how to overcome it every single day. Let me share my experiences with you. Welcome my friends to this channel. I hope you are safe and healthy. You are just in the process of being good to awesome. If you want to be part of us, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell notification so that you are the first one getting notification for my videos upload. So why are you facing this problem? If you are watching my videos for some time, you must be aware or you must be knowing that I mostly mention that it's a conditioning of our mind, the way we behave. I remember more than 20 years ago, one of my friends failed badly in his business and people around him showed their concern to him and shared the sympathy with him. OMG, how he is going to survive, poor he doesn't know how he's going to survive moving on with his family responsibility. And I started thinking that it's really difficult to start a business and it's a big mistake if you fail. Until much later in life when I had to set up a business in the year 2000. Back then, I was the only one in my family who was aware of the internet and all its working. I had my first business setup, which I set up with the help of my husband, where I was mostly working on it because my husband was in his job. By God's grace, that's the business which brought our life on track after my hubby left his job. So what I want to make it a point here, what did I do here? Firstly, I did my fair share of work. When people have one failure, they decide to close down everything and believe that now there is no hope. What I did was consistently putting my fair share of commitment and action to it. So if you are putting in your work, the action and the commitment and taking right action for your business success, it will work one day for sure. Trust me. Just trust in your capabilities and make sure what you are selling is the service to someone. Don't sell what you like to give. Give what people want to receive and be ready to pay for it. Next thing what I did was, don't be a SpongeBob. Bring balance. People do come and share their concerns and worries on your work. But can they help in any way? Ask yourself. Not at all in my case. So just listen to them and shake off the concern from your shoulders. We had many people who came to us and scared us with the failures, but we were sure that they had no idea of our business, what we were doing. They were just giving the examples of every other shop and every other business which closes in the city due to the variety of reasons. So slowly we started to stop listening to these people, and gradually they also stopped sharing their concerns with us. So bring balance in your sharing and listening to others. Learning your lessons. This one is the little hard one. But if you practice this skill, it will be the most valuable thing to do. This was a time when I applied for my visa to US and the office gave me an appointment. It was 26 January 2014, which of course I picked up by myself. I filled the application form online and I was in Singapore back then. When 26 January came, I went to the office for my visa appointment. I reached 30 minutes early. I waited and I checked all my papers. Everything was perfect. And I asked a guy to let me go in exactly at the time when my appointment was scheduled, which was exactly at 9 a.m. in the morning. He asked me, to show the appointment letter. Shockingly, the moment I opened and was about to pass it to the guard to show my appointment letter, I realized that the date was 26th of February, means 1 month later. Now I had no choice but to go back and set another appointment. While coming back, I was so angry at my stupidity, I decided not to take a taxi and become more daring, and I will go back with the MRT or metro. In MRT, I was new to that particular train line and I didn't know about the major junctions back then. In my anger, obviously, I boarded a wrong train because I was too upset with myself that I didn't pay attention. In my anger, I reached at an unidentified location, which made me more frustrated. Interestingly, the train stopped at the next stop when I realized my mistake, so it was okay. I took the return train and went back to the same station from where I boarded the wrong train, of course, the initial one. I came out of the train and carefully looked at the route map. I made another mistake and I was shocked to realize that the train I wrongly boarded was on the route in which, after one station, there was a junction from where I could have changed my route to the correct station, the correct train, instead of going back to the starting point. So I could have saved my time. I made another mistake in my anger. Anyways, so when finally I boarded the right train, I sat quietly and I asked myself, what went wrong today? What's my learning in this situation? I got my answer. Firstly, the answer was, I must read the documents carefully. Secondly, I could have checked the route map correctly. Again, the message was, read correctly, even if you have high emotions. The next one was, don't let your emotions control you, else you will make more mistakes. So, in the beginning of that day, the mistake taught me to be careful when reading important documents, especially the dates and the maps, when running, especially in the high emotions. So every time you make a mistake, stop, focus on what was your learning. Ask yourself, what did you learn by making that mistake? And remember, you are learning each time. And just move on. Mistakes can be painful and pleasurable too. If you generate pain, those become unbearable. But if you just laugh at them, it becomes pleasurable. So what I did, I laughed at myself and I laughed at my stupidity, but I enjoyed the MRT ride. These mistakes are usually the historical moments of your life, which you can never forget. But if you really want to remember them, remember as a pleasurable moment, which taught you something, not as a painful one which haunts you throughout your life, because then you focus on pain and it brings guilt and shame also. And both the qualities are not very good for us. In the process, don't criticize yourself. Criticism won't help. If you criticize yourself, the child which is inside you will be hurt. So treat that child with love and care. Learn from your mistakes and forgive yourself. Remember that life's greatest lessons are usually learned at the worst times and from the worst mistakes. So living with a beautiful thought of learning a lesson will make it memorable. So do share your historical moments which made you what you are today. I'm keen to know you. So if you like this video, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. See you in my next video. Take care.